This is my makeup that I did to go to central London to take some photos for fashion. I did this on a whim, so I didn't show any of my skincare. I was already starting my makeup, so I put a bit of concealer on, a Juvia's Place concealer, I'm not sure of the colour. Then I went in with the NYX Blur Bear With Me foundation. I just realised I put it on my forehead, and I just really didn't want to put it on my forehead as it can look cakey. So I tried not to put too much under my under eye, as I like to go in with concealer later. I went on over my eye a little bit, tried not to get too close to my eyelash extensions. I made sure that to get it a bit even all around. Then I went in with my Rare Beauty contour bronzing stick in the shade Power Boost. I went over my chin, which is something that I don't always do. I also did my nose, which is also a new feature to my routine, and I've done this fun little contour thing that I've done. I feel like this is what I've been doing recently, and I feel like it helps. I'm keeping here with a beauty blender, making sure that it, stays in the same place, that I don't blend too far up or blend it away that you can't see it. Just making sure that I get everything. This beauty blender I brought from Boots for £1. Then I went in with this MUA Makeup Academy blush, liquid cream blush, shade Dusky Rose. I've been into my creams lately, so I'd like to just do this step first. Try not to blend this in too far up, as I just like to keep it very on the cheeks, and I like to go under my eye. I feel like it brightens a lot. Then I'm going in with my Winter Kissed blush by Kylie Cosmetics. I feel like this is a very creamy powder, which is really nice. It melts into my makeup when I use it. I like to dab on and then sometimes maybe just brush across to make sure that it's on there. And then I like to go in with my Kylie Cosmetics khaki bronzer, and I like to go underneath the blush to make it hollow out my cheekbones a little bit more. I feel like it's a nice touch. I really like this bronzer as well. I feel like the formula is very nice, and I'm going over my nose. I'm not sure if this is now ruining my nose contour that I tried to do. So just made sure that I tried to get everything that I needed to set with the powder. Then I went in with my Elf Cosmetics. I went in with my Elf Camo Concealer in shade Pale or Fair Beige, and I like to just go under my under eye, and I like to put a little bit on, make sure that it's all nice and light under there. I'm jamming out to music. Then I'm brushing out my eyelashes that are already falling out, which is not great. Definitely need to get them done. Then I go in with my Juvia's Place setting powder in White Sands. This is one of my all-time favourite setting powders. I feel like it just works really well. It really sets in, and I feel like it looks very flawless. Another step I used to put this on, I dabbed into the powder. I went in using almost like a Peach Fuzz dry beauty blender, and I like to just dab that in and then put it onto the back of my hand to make sure it's very smooth as I put it on, so the texture is almost the same as I put it on my hand. I like to go under my cheekbones. This is a new step that I do because I don't always use this, as sometimes I just want to have a quick makeup sesh before I go. I like to just make sure that everything's set in, so that's why I did that step today. Then I'm going to use it on my forehead. I like to try and be as light as possible here. I don't like things to look cakey. as much as possible because there's obviously always texture. Making sure everything's blended, going back in with the same brush. Using this Steve Laurent brown eyeliner, and it's in shade Dark Chocolate. I've also been using this as a new step. I zoomed in here just to show you that I'm using it in my waterline. But I obviously wasn't watching the camera, so it was showing half my eye. I also like to use it from my waterline, outer waterline, and like to pull it out to give that eyeliner effect and make it more of a cat eye. I feel like it's more prominent to be the same angle when I do it this way. I zoomed out here using this to show you that me doing the inner corners of my eyeliner. I feel like this is a really cool step. I feel like it just brings the eye look together when I do it this way. I'm using my Sky High mascara in shade brown. I feel like that's the name of it. I like to do this. Sometimes I don't always do this. I'm not sure why. I just feel like today this is the makeup look that I feel like it needs to be. I feel like it will elevate it more. Definitely bring out my eyes, I feel. I'm going back in with my Kylie's Cosmetics bronzer and putting it over my lips. I feel like this is a really good way to set in a pre-liner almost. I used to do this when I didn't own any lip liners. So I like to do this almost like a base for it. I feel like it sets it in, especially when there's almost a creamy texture underneath. I feel like it definitely helps. I go in with this light Maybelline lip liner. I'm not sure of the shade, but it's definitely one of my favorites. It's the closest to my natural lip color. Then I go in with this darker Maybelline in like a pinky shade, just to make sure that it's all blended. I feel making sure the corners are in there. I also go in with my Revolution Ultra Blushed Golden Desire palette. I like to use this for my highlighter at the moment. I feel like sometimes I go in my Rare Beauty highlighter, but I kind of forgot to do it before I put my powder on, so I felt like it was too late to do. I didn't want to have an unwanted texture. I took these out to do my hair. I tried to straighten my hair, but then I realised that I actually turned them off by accident, so that's why it wasn't straightening my hair that well. I wanted to do a straight hair look today because I felt like I always have my hair curly, so I'd like to have it a bit straighter, get more use out of it. This is the finished look. I hope you guys liked watching this. This is definitely my first makeup tutorial.